If you say yes to the right things that can make a positive impact on your mindset, your relationships, your health, your career, having fun, building wealth, if you're able to do that and get outside of your comfort zone and seek that discomfort, you're going to create so many great experiences. Welcome to our first episode of Empire Your Life. And with New Year's right around the corner, I could not think of any better topic than to discuss getting out of your comfort zone and stretching and growing in all areas of life. And we talked about those areas of life are your mindset, your relationships and communication, your spiritual life, working on your career, but not overdoing it, your health and fitness, also remembering to have fun, and number 7, building wealth to create residual income that you can use to free yourself from your job and focus on all of these areas that much more. But before we jump into this great topic, I want to take just a moment to thank everyone that has been with me on this process all the way from the beginning. Because if it wasn't for you and your support, there's no way that Empire Your Life would have ever been possible. And I also want to thank everyone that went to our channel and subscribed, everyone that also went to our social media pages like Facebook and Instagram and hit that like button so you could stay connected. And if you haven't been there yet, please take this as an opportunity to hit that subscribe button below and go to our social media pages and hit that like button. We want to be connected with you, and we want you to be a part of what we have going on here as we continue to grow and get better together every single day. I'm so excited about this topic, and as I was preparing and putting all this content together, I realized that there's no way possible that I can fit all of this great content into one short video. So what I've decided to do is split this video into 3 separate parts. And so today we're going to be talking about some common phrases in reference to reaching outside of your comfort zone. Tomorrow, tune in for part 2, where we're going to discuss some personal things that I'm dealing with as far as being uncomfortable and trying to stretch my own personal comfort zone. And I think it'll be some things that you can relate to as well. And then I want to wrap up with part 3 that is going to go over some practical things that you can do in your everyday life to get a little bit better and reach out of your comfort zone to create new experiences and have a better life. So let's jump right into our topic for today, which is all about getting out of your comfort zone so that way you can continue to stretch and grow in all areas of life. And I'm sure you've heard this in all kinds of flavors before, all kind of different sayings. Everybody says it a little bit different, but it all comes down to the same thing: getting outside of your comfort zone so that way you can open up those opportunities for growth. Because if you stay inside your own little bubble, you're keeping yourself closed off from opportunities that you can go out there for advances in your career, advances in your personal life, relationships that you're missing out on, connections that you're missing out on. And I'd like to break down a few of these sayings that you hear people talk about when they refer to getting outside of your comfort zone. Starting with number 1, which is get comfortable being uncomfortable. So what do you think this means? Well, in my experience, getting comfortable being uncomfortable applies to your everyday life, because being trapped inside of our comfort zone, we're comfortable every single day. We have the same routines, we talk with the same people, we drive the same way to work every single day, we do the same activities when we get home. We're in that comfort zone, and that's where we feel comfortable at. Well, the thing is if you look back, say 10 days ago, can you tell me in detail what you did on that day? If you're like me and a lot of other people, probably not. Because I'm sure about 10 days ago, unless you had some sort of trip or something special going on, it was just a regular day. And on these regular routine days, trapped inside of our comfort zone, we miss the opportunity to do new things, try new things, and have new experiences. So getting comfortable being uncomfortable is just talking about your everyday normal life and finding those things throughout the day that make you uncomfortable but can help to stretch and help you to grow. For example, like driving to work. I'm sure you're taking the same highway, the same turns to work every single day. Do you realize if you just take a little different route to work, you can have a completely different experience? For example, you might see a billboard, something being advertised that you've been thinking about doing for a while, and it springs a bunch of ideas that now all of a sudden you had that if you would have took your regular way to work, you would have completely missed. Another way to make yourself uncomfortable on a regular day is as simple as during lunch. Instead of sitting by yourself or sitting with the same group of friends that you normally hang out with or sit with, try and go meet a new friend. Go introduce yourself to somebody brand new. Get to know their story. Let them know your story. You can make a new connection and a new relationship, and there's no telling where that might go. All because you had a simple lunch with somebody. And what about other things like, say, in your physical fitness? I'm sure we all have the same workout routine, right? Where you go to the gym, maybe you warm up for a few minutes, you do a few weights, you move around the gym. I'm sure you end up spending about half the time talking to people and just trying to figure out what all those different machines do. But if you would show up at the gym with, say, a routine, a brand new routine that you found online, something that, say, was a 15-minute, just pure plyo blowout, you would have a different experience. And that different experience, when it was over, you would feel so good about yourself because you did something completely different. And now you have a story that you can share. Just like you would have a story to share, like if you talked with somebody new at lunch, just like you would have a story to share if you took a new route to work and experienced something on that way as well. So we need to all, myself included, practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Put yourself on purpose in these uncomfortable positions in our daily routines, and that way we can mix things up, have experiences, have excitement, and really start to enjoy life. And besides that, open the door to all of those opportunities and everything that this great world has to offer. You're really missing out if you're staying inside of your small comfort zone. It's time we all break out. The next one I want to talk about, and this is one that I'm sure is going to be hard for a lot of people to do, but I want you to try your best. And that's all I ask. Because I know if you try this and at least give it a shot, even if you don't do the whole thing, I know you're going to notice some differences in your life and you're going to feel so good and you're going to have great opportunities present themselves. Now, this saying goes that you should do something that you're scared of every single day. So how do we get started with this? Well, I first recommend writing a small list of 10 things, at least 10 things that you're scared of. It could be public speaking, it could be taking a cruise, it could be going to the gym for some people, it could be talking to a stranger, it could be going to the zoo and holding a snake. Whatever you are scared of, I'd like you to write down 10 things, at least 10 things that you're scared of. And start looking at that list every single day and look for opportunities that you can face that fear and start to check off all of those items that you're scared of. You're going to realize once you get into it, all those things that you thought you were scared of aren't really that bad. Just to give you an example, I went skydiving a few months back. And if you haven't yet, on our channel, we do have a video of my first skydiving experience. Go ahead and take a look at that video because I think you'll realize just how exciting and how easy skydiving could actually be for you. And you might have fun along the way. And for me, skydiving was one of the best experiences that I've ever had in my life. And I realized in my entire skydiving experience that it wasn't the actual skydiving that was the hard part. No, the hard part was the fear that was building up the night before the jump, the morning of the jump, the flight heading up into the air before you jump. That was the scary part. And when you jump out of that plane, all that fear you had bundled inside, poof, goes away. Like it was never even there. Because you're enjoying the scenery and the sights and the landscape as you're free falling down toward the earth. And then all of a sudden he pulls the parachute and you're able to float and really enjoy all of the scenery that's below you. Finally hit the ground. You just have so much adrenaline pumping. You just can't wait to get back in that plane and do it again. And so I haven't been back since, but I am looking forward to scheduling another trip very soon. And in fact, on my next jump, I'm really trying to talk my wife, Audrey, into taking a jump with me. So I really want her to experience what I experienced on that first jump. And so what scares you? Because all of us have different fears. For me, another fear I have, believe it or not, is actually public speaking and putting myself out there in public. It's just something that I'm not very comfortable with, and every time before I step on stage or even do a video, my heart starts beating fast, I get sweaty, I get nervous. I just have this feeling of just overwhelming and fear that comes over me every single time. But what I'm noticing is that as I continue to push through what I'm scared of, it's continuing to get better and better and better. And that's exactly what I'm hoping for you. By writing down these 10 things that you're scared of, I really think that you're going to start to realize, just like I did on skydiving, that that fear is all inside of your head. Once you face that fear, it's not going to seem bad, and that's going to go away. And now you're going to be able to do things that you weren't doing before. And again, here come all of those opportunities pouring in. The chance to meet people, the chance to have experiences, the chance to get out of your routine and live a life. Now, the next phrase I want to talk about has become really popular recently because of a small YouTube group known as the name of Yes Theory. And their slogan has become well known across the world. And that is seek discomfort. And I absolutely love this saying because unlike what we were talking about before, where you're just changing your daily routine, and then we talked about making a list that you're scared of, this seeking discomfort is taking it to a whole new level. Because now, instead of just changing what's normal to you and changing the things that you're scared of, now you're going out and seeking discomfort on things that you didn't even know made you uncomfortable. And that creates a lot of good experiences. So if you haven't yet, you should probably check out Yes Theory on YouTube. They have such great videos, and I love watching them because they'll do things like going up and randomly speaking with people on the street and asking them to go skydiving with them only hours later. And those people that they met woke up that morning and didn't realize what they were going to do or what they were getting into. But they ended up having the experience of their life and also made new friends. And I love seeing Yes Theory and how they go and just approach people and change people's lives. So I strongly recommend checking out their videos, and their whole theory of saying yes is just such a great concept to live a better life. Another thing that they do on Yes Theory is they'll take random vacations. Now, what do I mean by random? I mean completely random. They have a picture of a map on their wall, and they'll throw a dart at the wall, at the map, and wherever that dart lands, they're booking a flight to go on whether a 1, 2, 3 day or more spontaneous vacation. Completely spontaneous. Think about all the experiences you can have if you took a spontaneous vacation just like that. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm strongly considering throwing a dart and seeing where we can go. And to take things to a whole new level, not only do they take a random, completely random, unplanned vacation, but in some episodes, they will actually show up at this foreign country. They'll go 24 to 48 hours without any money in this country, and only counting on people that they meet along the way and their generosity in order to make it through that time frame. That includes food, sleeping, travel, everything that you would do on a normal vacation, they are counting on other people. And it creates, again, these just total awesome experiences and really great stories. And I really like hearing how they change other people's lives. And even on some of their episodes, they'll do things that are my biggest fear, which is going out there and meeting people and doing public speaking. And they'll do things where they go into a completely random crowd of people and tell a joke or go and talk about whatever topic that they're bringing up for that day. And it's just amazing that they're able to pull these things off and put themselves in these uncomfortable positions. But they're constantly doing different ideas. There was even another one where they put themselves in a small blow-up life raft and were floating in the middle of the ocean, which was a spot that had very shark-infested waters, and spent the night in this little life raft with sharks swimming all the way around them. Pretty crazy, right? But what an experience. There's even another one that they did, that they put a canopy between two cliffs, and they slept on this canopy with nothing under them for an entire night. These guys truly push the comfort level and really set a great example of what it's like to get out of your comfort zone, push yourself, stretch, and seek discomfort to become better than you were yesterday. Now look, in full disclaimer, I know the name of their show is called Yes Theory, but I do not recommend, and they'll say the same thing as well, you should not say yes to everything. Because if you go out there and start saying yes to everything, that would be ridiculous. And you're going to find yourself in some very bad positions. But if you say yes to the right things that can make a positive impact on your mindset, your relationships, your health, your career, having fun, building wealth, if you're able to do that and get outside of your comfort zone and seek that discomfort, you're going to create so many great experiences. And it all starts with you putting yourself out there. Well, this has been such a fun video to put together. I absolutely love this topic, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And thank you for tuning in. Please check out tomorrow's New Year's Day. Check out part 2 of reaching outside of your comfort zone. I look forward to getting into tomorrow's part because I'm going to be going over some personal experiences in my life where I talk about things that make me uncomfortable. And I'm going to say these things so that way I'm hoping you can relate to some of these items as well as we continue to grow and grow outside of our comfort zone. We are all working on this together, and I know we can all get better and better and better. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that link below and become a part of this community. I would love for you to connect with everything that we have going on here. And leave a comment below. I want to hear what you are uncomfortable doing, and maybe it's something that we can work on together, but I want to help you in any way that I can. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, and tune in tomorrow for part 2 of stepping outside of your comfort zone. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Empire Your Life. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and leave a comment below. We want to connect with you. We'll see you next time. Get out there and build your empire.